Hello friends, it's Nicole from Flower Hill Farm. And my mom's here today. She's finishing scraping up the porch. And I just have to tell you that my mom's never been on a four-wheeler before.
Oh my God.
I took her on a four-wheeler.
My first time.
Tell me about your experience.
Well, it hurt on my hips a little bit, but I was a little bit scared because it goes like this and you feel like you're gonna fall off the thing. But then going straight, I was good.
But you said it was a very nice ride.
I loved the actual, it was like going on a tour, like a professional tour of all the grounds. It was awesome.
Yeah, so she's never actually been down to Wildflower Field or my new beds or over to the peonies. We just never have.
No.
Like you're not, my mom's not a hiker. She's not gonna hike down, so she's a scraper.
I'm a scraper and a painter.
So yeah, so you're gonna do that. So anyway, the Wildflower Field has been planted and let's go head down there right now. So this is Wildflower Field. Now it's on a hill, so sometimes I refer to it as Wildflower Hill. It just depends on how I plan on speaking that day. So this is a new addition this year. We put a picnic table down here and I think that's gonna be amazing. I can't wait to actually come down here and have lunch and hopefully be looking over the most beautiful field of wildflowers you have ever seen. So this is year 3 for me for the Wildflower Field. The first year, amazing success. I can't even get over how gorgeous the wildflowers. There is a swarm of black flies around my camera. So last year we moved the wildflowers here and it wasn't really that successful. We had a 6-week drought, not so great. We had a deer issue and it was a combination of those two things that really made the Wildflower Field suffer last year. It just suffered from lack of rain and the animals. Not exactly sure how much damage the deer actually caused, but I know they were eating at least the cosmos. So what am I planting this year? So I'm just gonna show you guys the video of me planting it. Check this out, Wildflower Field planted in less than 5 minutes. It actually took about an hour and a half. So I am using a mix. It's a northeastern native mixture from American Meadows. I used a 10-pound bag, but I didn't use all of it. I'd say I used about 8.5 pounds of the 10-pound bag because last year I used the entire 10-pound bag and I felt that the seeds were too thick and it was preventing the plants from growing because there were just piles of little seedlings that were trying to outperform each other and it was just too much. The reason that I raked before I laid the seed down was because the day that I planted that, it was forecast to lightly rain all day, which was perfect. That's exactly when I wanted to plant it. So I just gently raked it so that there would be little grooves there so that when I broadcast the seeds, when the rain started to fall, wouldn't just wash all the way down the hill. And it worked. It's great, it's fantastic. I planted it 4 or 5 days ago now. I'm just trying to get caught up with editing these videos, guys. I keep everything I do, I just throw a camera up and do my chore, and I'm just trying to catch up with editing these videos and sharing them with you guys now. So this is what we have now. We have just 5 days worth of growth. There's nothing. I'm gonna check for germination, but I don't think there's anything. So what I did see are cosmos, yarrow, and a couple of other things coming up from last year's seed. So we did till this in. We did not do any plastic over the top. I know that would have been beneficial and helpful. We just didn't do that. On some other plots of land, I'd like to do that. That involves putting plastic down on the ground and leaving it there for a year to let the sun and the heat just kill any of the weed seeds. I'm actually thinking about taking a year off inside the deer fence and doing that because I'm overrun right now with lamb's quarter and like mustard grass. It's just bad. So we did buy a pump and a sprayer to water this. So it's a very industrial size. It's actually being shipped here right now. We have the pump and we obviously have the water tanks. And we're using our tractor and the forklifts on that tractor to move the water tanks around to where we need to water the area. So I do plan on taking like videos on a weekly basis down here just to show you guys the progress, how long it takes from week to week to week to week to week to get to actual blooms in this field. So what are we gonna do for deer prevention? Well, we're gonna do a bunch of different things. First of all, I planted zinnias and marigolds on the edges to hopefully deter them from coming in, but that's probably not gonna happen. I am gonna be putting up pinwheels. Somebody suggested that, one of you guys suggested that. Putting up those pinwheels from the dollar store, that reflective and moving, the deer don't really care for that. And I also have those motion sensor deer stakes that worked over by the sunflowers last year. I'm gonna be putting a bunch of those in to see if that helps. And I mean, really, if it comes down to it, I'll just come out here every hour and just start yelling. That'll work, right? So as kind of a control, I also planted the wildflowers way up closer to the house where I had them 3 years ago. And that's acting as a control because the deer don't really come over there, very rarely. So what I did was where I planted the sunflowers last year, 6 feet of it, the first 6 feet, that's from the grass from the lawn, 6 feet is wildflowers. So that is gonna get the same amount of rain that this gets, but it's not gonna be having the deer pressure as much as this one anyway. This one will have more deer pressure than anything because the deer come right out of the woods, right over yonder. So anyway, fingers crossed that this year, I mean, last year it was not a complete disaster. I still had wildflowers. I was still able to take beautiful photographs, especially my daughter sitting in the wildflowers. Oh my gosh. We had a lot of cosmos, we had a lot of yarrow. Anyway, so Wildflower Field is planted and I'll be bringing you guys updates all the time, so get used to it. Anyway, thanks for sticking around. We'll see you soon.
I'm the Hulk.
Done.
Yeah, I was
You're
doing
welcome.
that and I was crushing it.
You're crushing it. Scrapey makes Scraperson.
Yeah.
Nope, no, what was that? They're literally bouncing off my camera. Okay, now they're on me. Now they're on me. Get away, get away. I can't believe them. Get off my microphone. Guys, I think maybe they think my microphone is an animal. They're on my microphone. It's a furry microphone. They're on it. Like they think that they're gonna get some dinner. They ain't getting nothing. Crazy. It's not an animal, it's a microphone. I just swallowed one. Oh God. Okay, can we just watch that footage one more time?
What are you talking about?
The four-wheeler footage
Oh
that
my
I'm showing.
God.
But I wasn't really surprised that that's how you reacted on the four-wheeler, because could you demonstrate to me, please, the noises that you made when we went sledding down this hill?
What are you talking about? That hill when you were little kids?
Yeah, in the wintertime. The whole way down the hill. We have home videos of it somewhere. I should ask Justin if he can find them, but yeah, the whole way down the hill in the wintertime. So I'm not surprised.
Still was fun.
It was fun. It's completely overcast, but I just had to go get my shades because I was blinded by the light. Blinded by the light.